You're tuned in to Ask the Master Auto Technician. Car questions? Get answers right now. Call 850-763-0555.
James Auto Center, we fix it right, guaranteed. Beep, 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 yeah.
All right, welcome back to our final, it's our final show of the day is what it is, but this is Thursday morning show. I have got Brian Armstead calling all the way from Maryland, I believe. Are that where you're calling from, Maryland, this morning? Or are you out of town?
Indeed. How are you this morning, James?
Doing well, sir. Very good. I can hear you good. Now, has early voting started where you live? Up there in Maryland?
Starts today.
Starts today. That's what I was thinking. Early voting is starting, and everybody needs to get out and vote. Vote their conscience, vote who they feel is best. But you got to drive, speaking of changing subjects here, you got to drive an SUV that is not your ordinary SUV. Is that true?
Exactly. I vote Bentley.
Now, down here, we don't have a Bentley dealership, and a lot of people are saying, what's a Bentley? I know that sounded...
Come on. Everybody, I don't care where you live. Everybody knows what a Bentley is. I don't care if you have a dealership or not.
All right.
You may not want to own one, or you may not have access to one, but this is an aspirational... come on, James. Everybody knows three cars on this planet. Rolls-Royce,
True,
Bentley, and Mercedes-Benz.
Got me there.
Everybody.
You got me there. I don't think very many people around here have ever seen a Bentley, much less, I know they've heard of them. But,
I understand.
So tell me a little bit about this.
But, when you think of Bentley, you typically think of a fancy saloon, as the Brits would call it, a four-door saloon with, walnut veneers and conoline hides and Wilton wool carpets and
lots of money.
Just kind of a upper crust automobile with someone in the back seat leaning out, asking if the guy beside him in a Rolls Royce has some Grey Poupon.
Oh, I knew that was coming. Excuse me, sir. Do you have any Grey Poupon?
Bentley's fortunes have been tied to Rolls Royce over a long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed, they used to build cars on the same assembly line way back in the day, and Bentley played a large role in World War II with supplying aviation engines for the British military.
Oh.
A storied history indeed. A history that began to tail off a little bit in the 1990s with people just weren't buying Rolls-Royce or Bentley cars.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of lost their edge, so to speak. So along comes the Bentley Continental GT, and it revitalizes the brand. It was built on a shared platform with the Audi A8 and the Volkswagen Phaeton, W12 motor, powerful twin-turbo motor, dramatic styling, luxurious interior. Sales have been to the roof for the Continental series. As a result of the success of the Bentley Continental, Bentley now has money to explore other options. They've come out with, four-door cars, the Mulsanne, Bentley Continental Flying Spur.
Yeah.
But this is their first foray into a luxury SUV, and they call it the world's fastest SUV at 187 miles an hour.
Wow.
Now, when you think of the competition, again, another mark that everybody is familiar with is Land Rover. Everybody has seen a Land Rover in Africa or a Land Rover climbing mountains in Tibet or the Himalayas. But, Land Rover had been sitting at the top of the luxury SUV heat for years, with no real competition. Mercedes has the G-Wagon, the Galanda wagon, but it's such a unique vehicle. The styling is polarizing. It's a unique vehicle. It's not a mass production vehicle. It doesn't appeal to the masses in the way that the Land Rover does. So, Bentley saw this niche and attacked it. The Bentley Bentayga is a terrific SUV. It's not a get in the mud. Well, let me be careful as I say this, because it's very off-road capable, but it doesn't have some of the off-road features like you would find on a Jeep or a Hummer or even a Land Rover, for example. Like, it doesn't have a multi-range transfer case. It doesn't have a low range. But it uses computers and ABS and all kinds of things to simulate a low range and to simulate some of the off-road capabilities that it might need. So it is very, very capable. I know during the press launch they took these vehicles off-road, much to the delight of the assembled press with good reviews. And it does have a selector switch where you can choose different parameters like mud and trail or sand and gravel and snow and things like that. So, and it does have hill descent control.
Okay.
It does have, hill hold control. So it has these kind of features that you would expect in an SUV
Right.
if you're going off-road.
Mm-hmm.
But boy, when you step inside, I mean, the last thing on your mind is going to be to put this $270,000 plus vehicle in the mud.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Because it's just
That's a lot of money to put in the mud.
come on, man. The luxury is just unreal when you step inside. You've got beautiful leather. You've got contrast stitching. You've got hand-sewn steering wheel. Four seats with a long center console between the front and the second row seats. I mean, it doesn't extend all the way. This is a 4-seat SUV. You can pay less money and get a 5-seat option, but the 4-seat really works well because between the seats you can have a portable refrigerator, all kinds of different functions. I mean, you've got iPad type monitors in the back seat for rear seat entertainment. Up front, it's just you've got walnut trim. You've got open. You can choose from anything you want. Open pore wood, walnut, aluminum, metal. If you have a checkbook, Bentley can configure this vehicle any way you see fit.
It's the
My
ultimate.
car was configured in a burnt flame orange.
Oh.
And it just popped like the sun. It just
Is that that
color-
orange Bentley I saw that you posted on your wall last week about the that,
exactly.
and some people commented, well, that doesn't look like a pretty orange. You said, well, it may not look pretty on a photograph, but up close, it is fantastic.
Oh my God! It really popped.
Mm-hmm.
Really
That's what you were telling me about that.
When you step inside, you have all of the controls that you need on the steering wheel. The center console features a large telematics screen. Below the telematics screen, you have individual controls for your multi-zone climate control. Exterior-wise, it's not a love-hate relationship at all. It's just a beautiful automobile. Wow. It sits low. It doesn't look as large as it actually is because it has a low-slung appearance. Large 22-inch wheels make a dramatic statement. My model had carbon fiber accessories, including a carbon fiber vent on the side, a carbon fiber lip spoiler and rear spoiler, and then an upper carbon fiber spoiler that trails down on the hatchback to kind of create a racy effect for the Bentley. This thing can haul 7,700 pounds, James.
Wow, I mean that's a big load. That's a 26-foot boat. If someone wanted to haul a big boat out, they don't even weigh that much with trailer. That's about 5,000 to 6,000 pounds, and so they could haul a boat with that. And this is an all-wheel drive vehicle, right? So
it's an all-wheel drive vehicle, correct?
So they could actually launch a boat if they wanted to. Got a good load on it. I'm sure it's got a great cooling system on it to keep everything from overheating. The transmission, you say, is a 6-speed or 5-speed automatic?
Well, it's a. I don't have that spec. Let me see if I can pull it up for you real quick. But everybody's beyond 5 and 6 speeds.
Yeah, that's true. They are. They're CVT transmissions. Just about everybody has those. But a lot of people don't like CVT for towing, and I'm sure Bentley doesn't have a CVT transmission in that thing.
Oh no! It's not a CVT, but I mean, just about everybody in the luxury range is up to 8 speeds on the transmission.
Right? Yeah.
So I would assume that the Bentayga is at least an 8-speed transmission.
And they're doing that to get better fuel mileage. Is that the reason they have 8 speeds in them?
Well, better fuel mileage. Yeah, when you have the corporate average fuel economy requirements, everybody's trying to squeeze an extra tenth of a mile a gallon.
Ain't that the truth?
Out of these vehicles. So, excuse me. They also, think about the Chevy Camaro's ZL1.
Oh yeah,
it's a 10-speed. Yeah, it's a 10-speed transmission.
That's hard to believe. I remember you telling me that 10-speed. I never thought growing up in high school I'd see a 10-speed transmission. I figured a 4-speed, maybe
you're
5.
You're probably. I thought a long time ago we never get to 8 speeds, and now we're at 10. And I mean, you have to figure that 12 and 15 aren't too far away.
No, they're not.
If they can eke some miles per gallon out of these vehicles, 12 or 15 is not too far away.
No. Now you're saying
here, the vehicle has 664 pound-feet of torque. It's 600 horsepower.
600 horsepower? 600 horsepower? Oh, Lord
a
have
top
mercy.
speed of 187 miles per hour. It gets about 15 miles a gallon in the city and about 22. Let's see, so 22 miles per gallon combined.
Okay.
So the city driving is 20 highway, 16 city. It does not list the. Let's see here. We go to. I'm at the BentleyMotors.com website because the information I have doesn't.
So BentleyMotors.com is if people want to find out more about it, because we only got about a minute and a half left here. I'm just trying to make sure on that. But this.
Bentley Motors. Well, let me just quickly talk about the ride.
All right.
It doesn't ride rough at all. It's an SUV, but it's got a very supple ride. It's extremely quiet when you get inside. Extremely quiet. It's just I'm a tall guy. People can actually sit behind me and be comfortable.
Wow.
I don't have anything bad to say about it. It's based on the Audi Q7 chassis and the Porsche Cayenne chassis, so it's a Volkswagen Audi group chassis that's shared. There's a lot of technology in it.
And this is
Bentley takes that chassis and then does their own thing with their own specific, twin turbo W12 motor.
Now you say W12. Is that a 12? Is it a 12-cylinder engine? Is it?
It's a 12-cylinder twin turbo. Yes.
Whoa, 12-cylinder twin turbo.
It gets on down the road in a hurry. It's got an air suspension with continuous damping, 4 different individual height settings. It's got a good breakover and departure angle for off-roading. It's not, like a Jeep Wrangler, but it doesn't need to be. That's not what it's designed to be.
No, it's not.
But if you're looking for the top-of-the-line SUV, this is the one. Range Rover will answer. Land Rover will answer with a higher edition Land Rover. Maserati has their SUV coming out. This Bentley is available in gas or diesel. Base price of $229 for the gas model. As tested, $278. Visit your local Bentley dealer in Miami, Florida, if you're interested.
Yeah, I think that's the closest one. Miami.
Yeah, somewhere down there. On the west, on the East Coast, they got a few Bentley dealers.
Yeah,
in Florida.
the other Florida.
Perfect automobile. A lot of fun. I know. Your listeners don't have a lot in the area, but it's nice from time to time to talk about dream cars.
It is.
This is certainly a dream car for the masses.
This definitely is a dream car for the masses out there. And one day, maybe I can afford it. Who knows? Maybe we can all afford it. Who knows what's going to happen out there? But that is a great sounding car. 600 horsepower. I never thought I'd see a Bentley with 600 horsepower in an SUV. Dreams do happen.
Right.
All right, we got to get out of here. Thank you so much, Brian, for calling. I'll put this on video and send it to you so you can let Bentley hear this and see this. And thank you so much for calling. I really enjoy listening to you every Thursday.
Great day.
All right, thank you so much. All right, bye-bye, everybody. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow morning on Ask the Master Auto Technician.
James Auto Center, we fix it right.